It's a plastic object which has a lot of nostalgic, it produces memories, but is also an object which alerted me really to the first use of plastics as a particular type of medium. The object is this. It is a lemon made in plastic, and it contains lemon juice. The nostalgic part of the object takes me back to a relatively early period in my childhood. It was not uncommon those years ago that you would have a paper round. And I used to do a paper round, and when I got in from the paper round, which starts of course quite early in the morning, my mother was always very concerned, you know, having been out for an hour and then going to school, you know, a good breakfast. And for reasons I'm not quite sure, she would make pancakes. And what was introduced to the pancake was lemon juice. Now originally it would come from a lemon, but lemons then is not quite as accessible as they are now, because you used to have greengrocers, so you wouldn't have lemons on a Wednesday or Thursday, you'd wait for the weekend delivery. And it was my mother who discovered this miraculous invention, which was lemon juice within a plastic container which resembled a lemon. I think it was a generation with much interest in the modern future that obviously this was better than a lemon. Of course it only contains the juice that's within the original, but somehow to me then it felt better. Now we've reversed that, I think, in the more contemporary time. It is much better that it resides within its natural state than in the plastic. But we should never forget just the impact that plastic packaging had. I'm sort of quite taken with how much memory it can produce. But when you reflect on the way in which you interact with products on such a regular basis, that you do take them for granted. And often the things we take for granted become the things that in memory we most value. So that little object is a very significant stimulus to a lot of memories, you know, which are, you know, broadly positive. But since, you know, the chef, my mother, has long died, you know, there's a sort of slight sadness about it as I look at that object. So it has the capacity to stimulate a lot of emotional response.